Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Burglar Report. Your number one choice for news, politics, and intense cardio. And I, of course, am your Stairmaster and host, Dave Steppenwolf. Now, I decided to stay out of the news. I was going to get hardcore with the word and conspiracy theories. But we have big news today. Really big news today. Which is why I brought out the big news suspenders. Also, if you're new to the show, or if you found me through my Bible study, this one's a little different. It's kind of a no apologies rant, bit of an aspiring pundit, and I do engage in some adult beverages. Matter of fact, in light of our big news, this calls for a bit of a celebration. So, oh yeah. This will wait a little bit. Roe versus Wade overturn. I hope it didn't trigger too many people there, because it's very controversial. So first of all, I'm going to say it's not about religion for me. I don't like the way religion has been used as a tool of oppression in itself, which turns off a lot of people. I think it's about being a decent human being. The fact that I'm pro-life, obviously. I'm all about saving the babies. Human life doesn't begin at conception. But to me, it's just like I said, about being a decent human being, respecting all life. The same people that would be pro-choice, when they want to call it fetus, you want to use other, scientific terms, sure. You can call it what you want. It's still life. You can name anything you want. Whatever you want. Name it. Who cares? It's not going to change what it is. It's very humble beginnings that we all start off. Extremely humble beginnings. They want to argue, oh, it's a clump of cells. Well, if you want to go there, technically, to my atheists out there, don't believe in God, we're still a clump of cells. So what's changed? Your perspective. That's about it. So, the fact that Roe versus Wade made abortion or took it away from being constitutional, so we don't have the constitutional right to have an abortion, to kill our children, that's good to me. And of course, I'm not talking about rape or ectopic pregnancies where eggs fertilized in the fallopian tube. That is different. And you might say, oh, how could you be for one and not the other? I hate one-dimensional thinking. The world is not black and white. The world is all kinds of shades of gray. It's full of nuances, full of critical thought if you engage in it, which is part of my show. Think for yourself, take your power back. Stop fucking being told how to think, okay? It's horseshit. Obviously, rape is a serious issue, and if you get pregnant because of rape, that's between you and your doctor and your God if you have one. And also, that's less than 1% of cases. And ectopic pregnancies, oh, why would you kill a baby? Because the point is saving lives. You're going to save a baby's life by bringing it to full term and not aborting it, or you're going to save the mother's life. If the mother's life is in danger, you're saving life. This is the point of saving life. Life is precious. Okay? It doesn't make sense how these people that would say a unborn baby is not alive, but yet they're just all kinds of sad about puppies and cats. Picture aborting kittens, if that is your fucking thing. Okay, it's fucking life. It's madness. And for me, you know what it amounts to? Oh, my bad. Let me put my phone on silent. For me, it amounts to, ever since the 80s, we've had the me generation. To me, it's more, that's obviously gone off the deep end. And everybody wants to blame everybody else for the fucking problems, rather than taking responsibility for their own lives. Yeah, you have tragedies. Yeah, you have unforeseen circumstances, for sure. perhaps, a lot of stuff can be foreseen if you're just going the wrong direction. And you have people born into hard lives that they have a hard time overcoming, but it can be done. People want to blame everybody else for their problems. So, like white privilege, for example. Apparently, we're fucking oppressed. As a minority, I should be aware that I'm oppressed by white people or somehow. Or they have some kind of privilege over other people somehow. Because racism. Yet, in the real world, I'm working side by side with people of all colors and creeds and don't fucking see it. And it doesn't explain Chinese Communist Party. People highly oppressed. I don't see white people over there. Look at Mexico. Country with triple the resources of the United States. Poorer than shit, unfortunately. Because of corruption. Because of human nature. Okay, and not to, obviously, get too off on a tangent there, but it's the same thing with abortion. People want to blame, oh, they're oppressed, instead of taking responsibility that they had sex unprotected. That's fucking crazy. That's where the choice lies. When you have sex, okay? Not after the baby is fucking conceived. And oh, it's an inconvenience. It's not your body, okay? Our people want to scream, "My body, my choice." A baby is probably closer to a parasite, to be honest, but it's not part of your body. When our mothers die, do we die? Are we connected to their bodies somehow? Are we still part of their bodies? Are we some kind of escapee part of their body, like a section, or they're just colonizing the world with their fucking being? Well, yes and no to a degree, but no. Some people believe that, their body, they can do whatever they want with it. That little baby inside is not your body. Does not deserve to be done away with, for the sake of your convenience. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow for some because they've been brainwashed into thinking that that's okay. I don't recall the numbers. It's close to 60 million babies have been aborted in the United States alone since Roe v. Wade. That's an awful high mountain of dead babies. It's a pretty dark image, but be realistic. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we all should just commit Harry Carey as a sacrament to our mothers when they pass away because we are a part of their bodies. It's fucking ridiculous. My body, my choice. That's all you hear. It's like it's a one-dimensional black or white. You're with it or you're against it. No, there's so many more nuances to life. And as I said before, choice begins at sex. But people would rather be lazy, and then in doing so, engage in an ultimate act of selfishness. We're in a fucking crazy hedonistic society, and what's more hedonistic than killing your unborn child, just so you can continue to live your life the way you want, because you're not ready for kids. You're not ready. Oh, I'm not ready for kids. People, that's all they fucking say. We're not ready for kids. Don't know what to tell them. For one, you're never fucking ready for kids. You're never gonna have enough money. You're gonna be broke regardless. You want to get financially stable. Not in this day and age. Not gonna happen. Harder to try. Always expenses. Always untold something coming down the pipe. It's just silly. It's just selfishness, in my mind, for no fucking reason. The same places you're gonna go for abortion, or at least be sent to an abortion clinic, are the same fucking places that offer contraception, condoms, birth control pills, fucking Plan B. Okay, all that shit's available there. If you're gonna go there, get your abortion, why not just go there beforehand and stock up on some fucking contraception? There's a fucking idea. That hurts my brain. Why are people so fucking stupid? It's just, maybe not stupid. uninformed, perhaps. Some are stupid. Some are just straight fucking demonic. I mean, you see some shit out there where people are smearing blood all over them. You'd swear it's a satanic ritual. It's a little fucking weird. And I'm not about that. Especially when you see all the little babies. I don't know. It baffles me to see we've come so far and advanced so much in society and still be so backwards. And I know all the arguments. Who's going to adopt all these kids? All these people will throw out minorities. Who's going to adopt all these black and Hispanic babies? Because all the poor neighborhoods will have a higher rates of abortion. Well, I'm glad you recognize that Planned Parenthood, founded by Margaret Sanger, who inspired Hitler, and said she'll get rid of these black weeds, targets the poor areas, the minority neighborhoods with these abortions. And to me also, that's quite the racist statement. Who's going to adopt these kids? Maybe nobody's going to adopt the fucking kids. Okay? Maybe they'll just continue on in life going through foster care. Or maybe the parents will fucking be forced to step up and get a second job or get a job, period. Get off their ass. You take away the chance of these young adults or teenagers, for whatever, to make something out of themselves alive because they're forced to. It changes your whole mindset when a kid comes down. Your brain goes through chemical changes that you can't even fucking understand. And you won't understand until you have a kid. All your priorities shift. It's fucking amazingly nuts. So that's not an argument to me. And you have the recent argument, obviously, with the tragedy in Uvalde. And constantly, in the ghetto neighborhoods, you hear there's constantly still drive-bys. A lot of poor babies are gunned down in the crossfires. But because it's black on black or minority on minority, we're not going to hear about it. Fuck. But if there's AR-15 involved, it's all over the news. But they would say, oh yeah, they want to make it a left-right issue, which also fucking stupid. I hate fucking Republicans and Democrats equally. They want to say, oh, the Republicans will support gun rights that kill kids, but they'll be pro-life for fetuses or something. And that's stupid, just out of the fucking irony of that statement where it's coming from, because the left will do the same thing but flipped. You'll be against guns that might kill kids, sure, but for abortion that kills unborn kids. It's the same fucking argument backwards. Stupid. I don't understand it. Oh, what's another argument? Oh, the government. Oh, the government controlling your body. Well, technically, the government making Roe v Wade, making abortions constitutional, is the government getting involved with the body. Now the government's just pulling out. Like, you know what? We don't want it unconstitutional anymore. Or we don't want it constitutional anymore. So, you don't have a right to it. So the government enforcing rights, now they're just pulling that right away. Just, to me, it's more along the lines of government pulling out and not being in control of your body. And also, at the end of the day, it comes down to states' rights. You're still going to have California. They already came out and fucking said they're going to be super abortion nation. Other states like New York, probably Minnesota, all these fancy, highly Democrat-controlled states, they're still going to be all for it. Which I respect states' rights. I just don't like abortion. That's my fucking hill to die on. That's one thing, I guess, why I came back today for this news. I was going to do a conspiracy show, but hey, this is a little rough for me. Oh yeah, and they don't feel pain. Yeah, babies don't feel pain. There's been, studies that they don't have the pain nerves aren't fucking ready yet or something. I fucking don't believe that for shit. Baby's fully formed at 8 weeks with a heartbeat. They're very tiny, super tiny. You look at them in I've had 4 children, ultrasound. I've had 4 children. Don't assume my gender. They're like little gummy bears. They're adorable. They're fucking tiny, but they have all the body parts, fingers and toes, organs, nervous system, heartbeat. And if you've ever watched the videos on abortion where they're doing ultrasounds or where they're, because they got to look at what they're doing and they insert the little medical rod that will either chop them up, or get little scissors, or go straight to the brain. It's fucking disgusting. But those kids are kicking and squirming. Why would they be doing that if they don't feel pain? If they don't have those nerve receptors? I think someone fucking published an incomplete study, or don't really know. I've never read the study. Could be off on that one. It just doesn't make sense based off the videos I've seen, unfortunately. So, I mean, all those arguments to me are bullshit. Not buying it. You know, you have this whole narrative. You have the, that fucking show with the ladies with the white hats and the red gowns. That, everything's gonna be, that midwife show or Wives' Tale, I think it was. To me, that's conspiracy theory. You're creating this boogeyman of oppression and abortion, oppression, and all this, and women being controlled, when that's not the case. People are going to do whatever they want regardless, for one. I don't really have it for two, but just laugh at the fucking memes. People are just panicking. Right? There's so many videos right now. I mean, there was a video of these ladies out here in Texas, out in Dallas, twerking for abortion. Don't know what the fuck you're doing with that, but good for you. You just feel it. You just want to. I don't know. Our society's fucked. Any other memes, everything is the end of the world, which is not. But it's just like any other conspiracy theory. Everything's the end of the world until you actually go outside and look around. You actually talk to people. If you actually apply your own experience and kind of extrapolate that outwards and realize, wait, it's not adding up. Could it be the news? Is just trying to make money off of clicks? Are they just trying to get more engagement because they know what headlines will rile people up? The fact that they release this on a Friday, knowing more people will become outraged on a Friday, as opposed to releasing big news on a Monday. Yes, that's a huge part of it. We are definitely being manipulated. I mean, it's even got to the fucking point where men support abortion. And men can have their opinion. I don't give a shit what people say. Everybody can have a fucking opinion. Okay? But the men who support abortion, I think you're just fucking douche. Nice try. You just want to get away with not being responsible. You fucking just as guilty as pumping that kid, bringing him. You get a work on him too. So, and what could be the answer? What, people getting fixed? Are we going? You want to talk about going backwards? Old school eugenics, where people were just, ladies were being forced to have vasectomies, and men are getting sterilized as well. Wait, no, yeah. Women have hysterectomies. My apologies. Well, adult beverage. Men having vasectomies because if they're poor or they had a low IQ. If you want to look, I'd look that up. Back in the 20s and 30s, from what I understand, all the way up until the 80s, that women in prison were being forced to be sterilized. Poor women, minorities. Is that what we go back to? You want to go back to actual government controlling your body? Because I know people fucking vote for that shit. Fucking democracy. You know what I'm saying? 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So far the protests are pretty tame. Maybe a few people try to break into a Capitol building in Arizona. Wasn't nothing crazy. Fucked up part was all of Supreme Court justices were doxxed. Addresses, so people can go find them at their houses. Well, I am with the right to protest. Mob mentality tends to get violent, and that can never be good, because you've seen the recent protests of years past, and it's never good. So you want to put somebody's family in danger because you don't agree with their idea, even if it's a Supreme Court justice ruling? I mean, what if the same thing, what if the script was flipped on you? Pardon me. In any case, if you stuck around for this, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. I do go live from time to time. Check out my merchandise. It's hilarious. And share my videos. So on and so forth. I will be back soon. Maybe. Alright. That's all I gotta say for that.